Hey collective, welcome back. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here and to be watching me. I'm not gonna make this too long, but I just want to say thank you to all the people who have subscribed and joined the fam. I can't believe that I'm already at 100 subscribers. I know that might not seem like a lot to you guys, but trust me, that is to me, because I've always been like the black sheep, I never would get like recognized for things, and I've noticed that I'm really putting myself out there now and being noticed for things that I'm doing, which is amazing. I literally just got my associate's degree in human services, so that was a big deal for me, especially being in my 30s. But before I hit record, I wanted to tell y'all though, I had my Pandora playing, and that song, every time you go away, take a piece of me with you. You know what I'm talking about? Every Time You Go Away, that song by Paul Young, I believe. Name Paul might resonate. It started playing before I hit record, and while I was shuffling, and I was like, oh, look at that. Saying, shut the front door. Thank you, God, for telling me to sing. Some music might resonate. Somebody really does need to sing and use their voice. And that's probably me. I feel like God is saying that you need to use your voice more. And if you're a singer and you have a lot of talent, you need to put it out there. That's what I've been trying to do. So yeah, that song, every time you go away, take a piece of me with you. Such a good song. Alright, guys, what do we need to know? Alright, somebody's ready to speak up, huh? Alright, what else we got? Oh, and there's, and look, he's saying to be firm on what you want, okay? Now, this could be love, this could just be in general, like, as far as like your career. Somebody here could be a lawyer, work a law firm, for that word firm come out. But I feel like it's like being like you're becoming wide awake to what you really want in your life. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Finances. You're focused on your money. Somebody's been really focused on their money and their success. Could have had money issues. Photographs. Somebody could be a photographer here as well. I think somebody here is looking at photos. Oh my gosh. Mirror. So, somebody here is definitely mirroring you. Oh my, that's a commitment. This is my new deck, by the way. I love it. It's so cool. There's a lot of visual things here. Somebody could really be into like medieval stuff, like that time era, or just those kinds of like festivals, like an art festival where they do, not even that, kind of like where they talk about like reenact like Shakespeare and stuff. Is it like a medieval festival or something like that? I don't know. I know y'all probably know what I'm talking about. If you do, comment down below, let me know, because I can't think of it. But somebody's definitely either, you've been focused on your money, could come up on a lump sum of money. And I think, God is saying to be firm in what you want to get to that point. And then you have somebody here. And I also feel like that can mean that you have somebody here who's really focused on their career and not commitment. And I do feel that, like, they're going over photos, like, of you guys, and they're reminiscing, and they're doing all these things. But when they look in the mirror, they're just like, I want to be with my person. You know, I think they want to make a promise to you now, is what I'm getting. Look, somebody here is really talented, okay? I don't know who I'm doing this reading for, but somebody here is missing you, but and somebody might be waiting on a DoorDash order, because DoorDash just popped up. I don't get a lot of those notifications, but when I do, I will mention it, because it's interesting. So somebody might be waiting on their food while watching me. I don't know. But you have somebody here who really misses you. Something about like a loading dock might resonate for you guys. And then you had sunset. Something about a lighthouse might resonate for you guys too, or windmill. Okay. Somebody also could be like, could blow glass. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about? People that do that as a talent, they blow glass and they make these like different things by blowing the glass. It's really freaking cool. I do know that. So if you do know anybody, if you are like interested in somebody that does that, or you do it, that's cool as hell. I'm just saying. Because I am so jealous. I went to school with a kid who actually did that. And I just thought that was so cool that he did that in high school. And I was like, what the hell? Like, what? And he was like, he would rap and all kinds of stuff. He was such a cool kid. But yeah, like, you didn't hear about anybody else doing that. He was the only one. You know? But yeah, somebody here could definitely be very talented, though. Whatever it is that you do, whether it's singing, whether it's being a lawyer, whether it's being a photographer, whatever the case, or a blast. What the hell? Glass blower. Very tongue-tied today. I don't know what's going on. But the sunset card also tells me, so you have somebody here who misses you, but also it's like they're dealing with something. Maybe they've lost somebody recently, like a loved one. Because it does say lost loved one on here. Poppies might resonate. The flower. Poppies. Poppy flower. Poppy. I guess that'd be right. What's that? I know that wanted to come out. I did not want to go on my deck. That's for sure. Oh, somebody here is ascending. Okay, I like that. So you have mystery and ascending. And dog barking next door. So confirmation on that. So somebody here has definitely been working on themselves. And I think it's leaving people kind of confused. But if this is your person, like somebody that's, you know, focused on you, this person's really been like awakening to themselves, is what I'm getting. Trying to figure out who they are. Yeah. Look, sitting in an empty room. Oh my gosh. What's that song by? Is that Brandy? Hold on. Sitting up in my room. Is that a Brandy song? Oh my god. I think it is. I can hear it. I can hear that. It's got a wonderful beat to it. Like, it does. It has a good sound. Grew up listening to that song. That's a badass song for real. It's a good one. But empty room, that tells me, so that if the mystery is basically this person's been ascending and nobody knows. They've been sitting in an empty room, not telling a soul what they're doing. Like, it's what I'm getting. Like, they want to be alone. Interesting. So, taboo came out. Somebody here recently could have been experiencing a tornado of some sort. Then you have letting go. So where you live could have been a tornado is what I was saying recently. And then look for. So I feel like God is saying that somebody here feels like this is like forbidden. And I think that they try to let go. And this could be you. Maybe you let go. You know? Maybe you feel like it's forbidden. But I feel like they're trying to look for something. Like to see what this connection is. What else is collected in that? What else can we try to collect? Oh, snappy. So somebody here is definitely single. And they're solitude, which I kind of figured if... I feel like you don't know that this person can... Maybe this person can sing. And you don't know it. And I feel like the taboo is that they're like looking at all these photographs and they're like, what the crap am I doing? You know? And then I think they've had to stand firm on this ascending process for themselves. Like they've had to really overcome their demons and their issues. I think that's why they were sitting in an empty room. Maybe people were using... I just saw 1111 on timer. Maybe people... That might resonate for you. But maybe people were like taking their money from them. Maybe they thought you were going to take their money. Oh, sorry, guys. I forgot this came out too. Duh. Forgot. Drinks. And that's why I went, oh. Because I was thinking kind of already maybe somebody was going through something. Like maybe they had an addiction or something they had to get over. And I feel like, but even if they're not like addicted to drinking, maybe they've been drinking because of the ascending and going through what they're going through and trying to let go. And I feel like y'all are mirroring each other, like y'all both try to let go, but you can't. I do think they're looking for commitment. And I think they've been single because they've been focused on their job. And they can't get over you. And I think they're drinking because they miss you. And they don't even have to be, but maybe somebody here wants to take you for a drink. Maybe they want to go for coffee. Or a drink. Tea. Hell, water. I don't know. Something. Yeah. I wasn't wrong. Thank you, God. Unfinished business. I know that might be hard to read, but I'm putting it on top of sunset. So I feel like for me, that tells me that, like, you know, they say sunsets are proof that endings can be beautiful too. But with unfinished business going on top of it, I feel like they're saying it's not the end. It's not this ain't the sunset. Like we're not done yet. That's what I'm being told. We're not done yet. Okay. Anything else collected in this note? I don't want them to fall. What does that say? Oh, okay. So God is stepping in this one. So you got divine intervention and independent. Someone here might like riding horses, horseback riding. Might live in the country, might own horses. Like a barn with some horses. But you got somebody here who is ready to, for me, with those coming out together, that tells me that this person's been so independent, that God's had to step in. Yeah, because they're used to, being on their own. And dandelions might resonate with somebody here too. And somebody here might like wearing those like noise cancellation headphones. And somebody might like wearing a lot of black. There is a lot of black clothing in these pictures that I'm looking at. Like a lot of dark. So, I mean, it's funny, I wear a lot of black, but it's just funny. But I feel like this person is ready to take an initiative and take the lead in this situation. And I think God is putting them in the places they need to be able to do that now. Like, that's what I'm getting, like, oh, my nose is itching. Confirmation. Like, I really do believe that. I think that it's time. Let's see, I could get a couple of cards out of this deck. Let's see, shuffle 3. Great. Cards kind of meant like, okay, got anything else? Like this, no, that's too many cards. Hold on, you guys. Somebody that blocked you, maybe. Escape the connection for sure. Let's see. This is escaping on that card. Anything that's connected with me for now. Ecstasy. Somebody you had a lot of good times with. This is just to confirm who this person is. Somebody you might have already had a lot of fun with. Okay. Wow. Divine Feminine and past life. And then I told you these two came out. Ecstasy and escaping. Okay. So, and then you have loyalty on the bottom. So I believe that this is somebody here you have a past life connection with, and maybe they're realizing that now. They're realizing your worth. Yeah, that's what I'm strongly getting off that. All right, we're gonna get a couple initials. What the heck? That's interesting. Y T E L. My fingers. B. And you could have double letters in your first last name, or they could. I. Lord. T. I again, I think. Yes. And then we got another E. And then an R. Okay, so the word beer is here. Somebody could like drinking beer. They've been drinking beer. And then we got the word buy. And I see let it. Let it be. Actually, I do see let it be sitting here out of those letters. That is wild. So definitely just kind of let it be. Like don't rush it. Like if you know, it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. And I think God is saying just focus on yourself, whether that's singing, your finances and all these things, and being the best version of yourself, and everything else will fall into place when it's meant to, you know. And I think this person has really been doing the work as well, but I do think that they have been possibly dabbing into a little drinking, possibly, just because they miss you. They might not be like a heavy drinker, but maybe this is just causing them to do it. And they don't want that, you know. They don't want to result to that. So I think God is like, I'm going to intervene at this point and see that this happens. Okay? So keep praying for your person. If you already know who this person is, keep praying for them. And even if you don't know who they are, you know, we are destined to be with someone, you know. So if you are praying for the person that, you know, the love that you want, and you pray about that, then just continue to do that, and the person that is meant to be with you will come in, and when it's meant to, even if you don't know them yet, okay, in the 3D you might not, right? But it will work out. It will happen when it's meant to. All right, so this is what I have for you guys. I love y'all so much. I do hope this resonates, and I do hope that everyone has a wonderful weekend, the rest of it anyway, and or whenever you're seeing this, wonderful week, a wonderful day. This can be timeless, however you want to take it. Just only take what resonates and leave the rest. And yeah, I love y'all. Keep rocking. All right, stay safe, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much to the new subscribers, to the ones that have been here, and to the ones that possibly join me after this reading. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you everyone for your support. I love you guys so much, and I'll see y'all later. All right. Oh, and go outside and enjoy nature. Okay, that is what I feel like I needed to say. to a lot of you guys. Go outside and just be with nature and enjoy it. You know, it's always usually a good time of year in a lot of places, I think. But I know some people might not have the greatest weather. But even if it ain't that lovely and that great, go out in it anyway. You know, just to be with nature and be out in, you know, the atmosphere of it, right? So I love you guys. I just saw 2020. That's funny. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.